Are we on? 1, 2, 3. I think we're on. Here we are back at HungryEye. I want to tell you, I got an awesome, a little bit provocative image that I want to share with you today. This is from Salvador Dali, right? Sort of the father of surrealism. I hope you like it. Here it is. What? Most people call this, well, forget about what most people call it. Dali called it Gala gazing out over the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, most people, though, they call it Lincoln in Dalivision. Here's what that's about. There's 4 things that you want to look for in this painting. There's 4 reasons why I just absolutely love it. Hey, first of all, the whole thing really is based on an article that Dali read in Scientific American magazine back in '73 about how few pixels or squares of information that a human eye and brain need to be able to still interpret something, especially if it's a famous person like President Washington over here or President Lincoln. All right, here to give you a sense of how big this thing is. It's like, I want to say 7 foot wide by 9 foot tall. So there's a photograph of it. I'm guessing that this is the Salvador Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida. Never been. Love to someday. Okay. Here's the 4 things that he's got in here. You might not have noticed it right away, but he's got a painting of one of his own paintings of Christ on the cross across a blazing sky. And for anybody that's the least bit religious, Dali was a very devout Catholic. By definition, religion is the most important thing in your life. So he used surrealism to create a lot of very beautiful religious and spiritual artworks. For me, my faith has definitely got to be the most important part in my life. Goes without saying. This is about Abraham Lincoln. Here's a photograph of Abraham Lincoln. Here's a more pixelated picture of Abraham Lincoln. I am a double major in art and in social studies. In the mornings, I teach civics to middle schoolers, and then I come over and teach both middle school and high school art. So I'm going to love this. I mean, my favorite movie is Monuments Men, about saving famous artworks during World War II, right? So now you see, and the point is, if you're so many feet or so many meters away, I think that Dali said 20 meters away, you can actually start to see that this is Abraham Lincoln. And you don't just see Jesus, and you don't just see his naked wife's bottom. Sorry if this isn't school appropriate for anybody. So the second aspect of this thing is social studies and history. And Abraham Lincoln, man, every time I read Gettysburg Address, I just about tear up. Every time I read it, I learn something new. Okay, third thing, my point of view, I think it's love. Here's another drawing. It looks like a colored pencil of his wife, Gala. The thing about this couple, they were definitely an art power couple. They met in, say, the 1920s, I want to say, in Paris with a bunch of other surrealists and Dadaists and kind of avant-garde artists. And, they got famous, and they're wild people. This is Gala's second marriage, but you know what? They were married for 48 years, through thick and thin, through hard times and probably faithfulness and not so faithfulness. But here's another painting, one of my favorites. This is by Max Ernst. He's a German Dadaist. Here's a photograph of Gala and Dali. One of the things that Dali is famous for is sure, he's got a lot of very provocative and sometimes sensual or even sexual, psychosexual paintings, but he only used one model in any of his paintings, and that was his wife, Gala. Here you have a picture of him painting on Gala instead of painting of Gala. The fourth thing is art, which is why I bring you here to a piece by Mark Rothko. Love Mark Rothko. And apparently Dali did too, because actually I don't have it in front of me. I should have read you the entire. This was one of these sentence-long titles of a painting, but this is an homage to Rothko. Rothko is a New York artist, abstract expressionist. Some people call him a color field painter. And his thing is you alone in a room with a big field of color. And how does it take you? Where does it take you? What does it make you feel? What does it make you think about? And I really think that Dali was including that too. So I got religion, I got America, I got love and passion, and then I got art. What more do you want in a painting? I think that's pretty awesome. That's all of it. It's great. Well, see ya.